What's up, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall market. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. Anyways, so as far as the market's going, I just want to mention that we're doing a good job at holding up so far. If SPY loses 585, it will turn back down. And as long as we hold above this, we are looking a bit more bullish. I hope that's as clear as possible. We saw a temporary dip below this, but this formed a wick, which was like more of a liquidity grab. And as we got this dip right here, we formed a bullish divergence, which is what contributed to this little bounce. Now, with the Chicago PMI that just came out, that was above expectations. Everything else was pretty decent. PCE data was decent. That's helping the market rebound to some extent. Consumer spending was a little bit low, but besides that, everything else is okay, at least on paper. So with that being said, we finally got some decent data in the markets trying to hold up so far. If we lose 585, I'm looking for a move down to 582. As long as we're above 585, as long as we don't lose that support, as long as this holds, we're going to be on our way back up closer to about 590. We might slowly inch our way up towards that area. Watch and see if 588 breaks. If that breaks, I'm looking for 590, and then we have about 594-ish after that. So there's potential for us to see a temporary bounce, but first off, I'm not saying this is going to last forever. This is just a temporary move. We also have Donald Trump's tariffs potentially being imposed next week, which could still cause more volatility. But for the time being, as of right now, it's Friday. There's a lot of puts expiring, and the buyers are still defending, so they have a bit of an edge right now. On the QQQ, the same thing is going on. We also have a 4-hour divergence. We could be trying to get back up to about 506.5. As long as we don't end up losing 502.5, right? If we lose 502.5, we're looking for 500 again. As long as we're above this, we're looking for 506.5 as a potential target. Not to mention this imbalance up here towards 512. So I could be looking for an attempt to get up to about 506.5 on the QQQ. If we break that, we're going to be pushing for an attempt for just under 512. So we'll see how well this ends up holding up. For now, there's still potential for more upside as long as you don't end up losing 502 flats, then 500. 500 was a very psychological level on the QQQ we're holding up so far, so it's a good move, and we'll see how well this holds up for now. For other factors, we also have our Russell 2000 trying to see a temporary bounce. As long as we don't lose 212, we're looking for an attempt to get back above 213.74. If that breaks, we're looking for an attempt to fill this imbalance for 215. So watch and see if we break 213.74 to get to 215. There is potential in this nonetheless. For ES, we called out 5900. We'll have to see if we could break past 5900 if we hold above this or not. This is going to be a big test. If we break that, I think we could be revisiting previous previous support becoming resistance around 5934. I think that's going to be coming next if we could break out of this. So there is still potential for this. As long as we can hold above 5900, we have a lot more potential. If we end up losing 58.50, we will be back to bearish. So just keep that in mind. As of right now, this looks like a nice accumulation in inverse head and shoulders, and we're looking at a reversal structure for now. As of right now, let's see if we hold up. As long as NQ does not lose 20,500, we're looking for a move to about 20,750. If that breaks, we're going to be looking for an attempt to get back up here towards just under 20,900. So look for 20,750 first, and we'll see if that breaks to get up to 20,900. Give this some time. For Bitcoin, we're looking for this resistance up here around this 84,500 area. We'll see if we get some kind of dip first before it tries to continue to see a rebound. We might try to turn green. If we break that resistance, I'm going to be looking for an attempt for about 85,000. So there's still potential in this. Nvidia dumped all the way down very close to my 115 target. It came very, very close before it tried to bounce. So now we're looking at resistance at 124. If Nvidia could get back above that, we're looking for a retest of 126 or so. If we end up losing essentially 117, we're looking for a dip. So we're watching to see if we can break 124 or above. For Tesla, we're getting a temporary bounce. This is just a temporary move. It's not going to last forever. When you zoom out and go to the 4-hour time frame, we're essentially looking at this resistance right here around 290. If we could break that, there could be an attempt to get back up to about 302 or very close to that. But like I said before in my previous videos, I don't think the bottom is in for Tesla yet. There's still more downside potential later on to fill our gaps. So for now, for the short term, After so much downside, this is finally starting to rebound a little bit. Could be looking for a test of 290. We'll have to see if we could break that to get close to about. We have this next resistance that's going to be around 298. Then we eventually have 302 after that. But overall, I think we're doing a good job. So we'll give this some time. For Apple, we dumped really hard all the way down towards 233. Now we're getting bought back up. Look at resistance at 238 and see if we break that to get to 240. As long as we don't lose support, there could be a small rebound. So watch 238 just to see how we end up reacting. For others out there, Netflix is trying to bounce. We did dump very close to our 200 EMA around that 950 area. We're going to be looking for a rebound towards 980. For coin, we're trying to rebound right here. We have 216.8 as our resistance, and then we'll have to see if we get back above 221. Just a minor bounce so far. We were talking about this in my morning video. For Amzn, we're trying to rebound as well, but I want to see how we react to like 212. This is not much of a move on Amazon. It's only up 0.6%. So watch 210 then 212. If that breaks, I'm looking for 215 as a target. Not really that big of a move. It's just a temporary bounce, right? On Meta, we're trying to hold support right now. We actually held our very key 200 EMA so far. So we have key support at 658. We got to hold that. If that holds, we're looking for 673. So watch and see if support holds and give this some time. For Microsoft, we're on a bit of a downtrend right now. We are looking kind of weak. This is weak compared to the market. There's a wick that's trying to form, so it's trying to catch up. We need to see this get back above like 394 to bounce. Otherwise, it's just kind of lackluster, kind of shuffling a bit. Same thing with Google. It's forming a small wick, but it's very flat. I would like to see this try to get back above like 174 to bounce. Otherwise, it's just kind of flat as well. So Microsoft and Google, a lot of these big tech stocks are still kind of flat. The VIX is coming down a bit just temporarily. This is just a temporary move down, so keep that in mind. The market is temporarily trying to bounce. Tesla's near that 290 area. SPY is approaching 588, and then eventually 590 is next if that breaks. So long as we don't lose 585, we're going to be okay. This is a temporary move. We do have lots of news coming out for next week. I will talk more about that in my later videos, but just be very, very patient, guys, and just know that there could be a lot of money made if you do play this right, whether you're scalping or trying to swing. So with that being said, I wish you all the best. I will be back with another update in just a couple of hours, possibly. If I don't give you guys another update, I will be back by the end of the day for the final video of the day. It all depends on my schedule. But until I see you guys again, I thank you all so much for listening. Let's just be optimistic. Let's hope SPY holds 585 for now. We get a temporary bounce. And then I'll give you guys another update on what happens involving like politics, the news, which is actually very important for the markets right now, which is the reason why I talk about that. Anyways, that's it, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you guys very soon, and peace out.